abortion.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What's up? What's happening? How's everybody doing this evening? It is 11:05, March 21st. Thank you, Daisy. 2024.
Right.
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 Right. Right.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Right. 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 Oh, yes. Oh, hello, hello. It is not 5 a.m. It is simply just a little after 11. West Coast time. Anyway. Good to see you. Good to be here. 2:05. Yeah, I mean, it's 2:05 where I'm not there yet. I haven't gotten. I'm not where you guys are, you know? How's it sound? Good? Sound good? Sound great? Sound good or sound great or sound bad? Bad, good, or great? Good, not great, but bad. Let's go. Good, not great, but bad. I'm sure it's fine. I can never tell. It sounds great. All right, good. I like that. I like great. Great's good. It's better than bad. Because I don't know. I don't want to get into all that. But anyway. Welcome in. Hello. Hello, my friends, we'll meet again. I love that song. It's been a while since you went away. Something like, I don't know. Feels like forever. It's the best. Creed is a bit of a Pearl Jam knockoff, right? I mean, can we finally admit that? Can we all join hands on that one? I mean, they bit their style big time. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I like it. But, you know, it's Pearl Jam. But they certainly did bite Pearl Jam. I like Creed too. I like all those trashy rock bands that purists talk crap about. They're like, oh, dude, that guy's such an awful guitar player. It's like, well, what band are you in? I'm in the back alley boys. We play at the local Y every third Friday. It's just like, what? They're always doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, but how dare? And it was whatever. I'm a much better musician than them. Like I was talking to some Nickelback. I hear everybody talk so much crap about Nickelback. That's the thing. If you like Nickelback, you're a douche. Like that's how people want to present it. People that know nothing about music, they're like, you like Nickelback? Get that Peter Griffin laugh. Yeah. You like Nickelback? Not really. I do. They got a couple. They got a couple heaters. the rock star. Yeah. So I think more people like Nickelback than want to admit, because people don't want to get goofed on. You know what I mean? Like, they won't stand up in a crowd and be like, I like Nickelback and there's nothing that you can do about it. And I'm going to admit it. And I'm going to be honest about it. Okay? So, there's nothing wrong with Nickelback. I mean, they're Canadian, but we can get past that. Nobody's perfect. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Just a little U.S.-Canadian rivalry. We're just hassling. You guys tease us about guns, and we tease you about Nickelback. It's not really a fair trade, to be honest with you. It's not really the argument back and forth. You guys go a little lower than us, but that's okay. But I do like Nickelback. So sorry to all my Canadian brothers and sisters across the globe, or just in Canada. We appreciate you. All right, man. So what's up? Let's just get into it. I want to talk just a little bit about wait a minute. Dude. Hold on. Okay. Yikes. Dude, I'm telling you. I knew this was coming. Yeah, man. So let me just go back here a little bit. The Sebastian Rogers case is it's really weird, because you would I know what Chris P or Chris Proudfoot was trying to do by taking on hard questions and trying to answer them in a loquacious way. And I think in his mind, and I could be completely wrong about this, I'm just talking shit because but I'm sure Nickelback was in their image, but and you're like, I think he thinks that what he's talking about, or how he's answering questions, that he's being open, honest, and transparent. What more could you ask for? And I don't know, man. A lot, I guess. That wasn't a good. It wasn't. Neither one of them came off looking good. I would say that the first interview that they did on camera, that was as good as it got for them. And it's been going downhill since. And I'll be honest with you, a personality type like Chris, very prideful, he's like the cat's meow. What is it? The cock of the walk. Is that right? Did I get that completely wrong? But I think he thinks that's the way to handle people, and it's just not. But when you get vilified, you do get into kind of a weird. You get into a weird sort of, I am the villain. I embrace it. Like, nothing I say is going to change anybody's mind, even though I've tried and tried and tried to do that. And it's not the way that there. I'm not saying that there aren't situations that can be handled that way. I'm sure that there are. This isn't one of those situations. This is a situation where a lot of people, right or wrong, suspect him of, at bare minimum, spanking this child and being the disciplinarian, Mr. Chris. You know, when you say he calls me Mr. Chris, well, if you've known somebody over half your life, you can drop the Mr. Chris shit. That stuff, that really bothers me. And that just bothers me, just not because I think that it makes him guilty of anything. I feel like that you just don't. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing, bro? It just doesn't make any sense. But he's leaned into this villain thing, protecting his wife thing, this I don't care what you think about me thing. You're gonna, whatever. And it's just not, he says, that his past isn't. Well, first he was very staunch that my past has nothing to do with what's going on. Your past always has something to do with what's going on, especially if there's a major issue going on. That's why people have rap sheets. That's why people have documented issues. It's past behavior. I'm not saying that he has past behavior like this, but I mean, when CPS has been called on you twice in 2 different states, that's a problem. A big problem. And then, if you go even further than that, the whole, so I don't know the relationship. All I can see is that, he takes the lead and he's like, in his house, he's the man of the house. And that's just all there is to it. You know what I mean? That's all there is to it with that. Nothing more. Nothing. He is who he is. That is his house. And damn anybody else. Now, I'm not a child expert, especially with kids with autism, but here's what I do know. The little bit that I do know about parenting is that a child that has behavioral problems because of like the sensory issue, or just the understanding, like the touch, the feel, the noise, the lights, the whatever bothers them. And it could be a whole range of things. Or just understanding, comprehension, trying to teach somebody something. The one thing that will get lost in translation is if you're upset about, okay, so say a child lies. When we're talking about an autistic child, say an autistic child lies and you're upset with them and you say, you lied, I'm going to have to spank you now, or whoop you with a belt, or whatever it is that you say. Say that kid goes to school and one of his friends lies to him. What have you taught him? It's not like it's just, that he completely will understand by you just hitting him. That doesn't seem normal. You're teaching that when somebody does something that they don't like or that you don't like, that your answer is to whip them. Well, I just can't see how that's nearly just logical. It's not logical. It's just not. I mean, spanking kids is already controversial. Whatever side you are on the disciplining of children is immaterial in this discussion, because this isn't like when I was a kid and I deserved a whooping, I knew why I was getting one. Okay. And it was like, yeah, it like hurt, but you like kind of laugh it off and tell your friend, oh, you get spanked. Like that's different. That's not what this is. That's not what that is. That's not what that is. And like, oh, Josh, why are you getting spanked? Oh, it's because you tried to, light the back porch on fire with, that never happened, but with gasoline. Okay, yeah, I think that I probably deserve a whooping for that one. That's okay, If a child, and this isn't specifically towards Sebastian, but like I had to coach a couple of different teams one year, and I did end up, Cedric was his name. I ended up with he was that's how it was introduced to me when I met his parents and all that kind of stuff. And he was moody, and he just was. And they said, well, he's just been that's how he's been since he was born. He's just moody. Like he's not mean or angry, but like he gets his feelings hurt easy. And, there's not really much that you can do when it happens. Like, he'll kind of isolate himself and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, like I get it, And so, obviously he did well 90% of the time, but there were a few times where he would just walk off into the corner or whatever he would do. And he'd walk over into the corner, and, I would just go over and say, hey, you okay? And, sometimes he'd answer, sometimes he wouldn't. I would just leave it. I'd leave it there. I would just leave it there, and I wouldn't say, oh, don't act like a baby. You're not, none of that stuff. Josh, would you have allowed someone to physically discipline your sons when they were young or had special needs? No, of course not. Of course not. Why would I? I never spanked my children, and it's not because I'm against it. It's because I just never had to. But no. Yeah, no. Yes, I find it utterly ridiculous. I find the Mr. Chris stuff absolutely, I don't want to say the word inappropriate, because I think that's kind of too classy for it, but it is inappropriate. It's just downright dickish, really, is what it is. Like, that's a dick thing to do. Make a kid tell you, Mr. Chris, call me Mr. Chris. How about just Chris, you shithead? Like, Mr. Nothing. That Mr. shit really made me mad. I'll tell you that right now. But it's a Southern thing, Josh. Shut up. I don't want to hear that either. It's a Southern thing. No, it's not. That is not a Southern thing. It's not. I've met Southern people before. Not a Southern thing. It's an asshole thing. It's a weird thing. It's wrong. Mr. Chris, how long you known this boy? How long you known the boy? Sebastian, how long have you known him? Over half his life. I think that you could get to a point where he could just call you Chris. Not everything. I know it's a power thing. I know why he does it, but it's an asshole thing to do to a kid. And not just any kid, a kid like Sebastian. The first time that happened, Mom, he's going to call me Mr. Chris. How does Mom not look at him and go, no, he can call you something else. Do you teach your child to say yes, sir? I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you mean? Did I? I don't think so. I don't know. I can't remember. What's that matter? I mean, when you go to the principal's office, I think sir would be fine. I think a police officer, sir, is fine. A guy ripping your ticket at the movie theater, handing it to you. Hello, sir. Fine. I don't have a problem with it. Thank you, sir. Sir. Thank you, sir. But, people in the house, I don't know, man. That's weird. I don't think so, bro. No, I don't know. First of all, I don't know if it is a sign of respect. Maybe it is. I mean, I don't know. Is it a sign of respect? Or it's just somebody wanting respect. Call me Mr. This or Sir That. Like when I would talk to Donnie, he'd always call me Sir. And I would always call him cirrhosis of the liver. I nubbed him, or I dubbed him. That's the but yeah, I call people sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. But that's just that. Nobody taught me that. I mean, it wasn't like you must do. I knew. No, it's not a Southern thing. Kid girl's always trying to do this to me here. It actually is a Southern thing. Yes, sir, man. It's a Southern thing. It's not. It's not a Southern thing. People say it everywhere. We say it here too. Just not to step parents. I'm talking specifically about step parents. God dang it. You know a lot of step parents that they call Mr. Gig girl, you know a lot of step parents that get called Mr. Because I don't know. Is that a Southern thing? I don't think so. It's not. That is not a Southern thing. Now, calling somebody ma'am and sir, but that's not what we're talking about. Yeah, my grandpa was ex-military. He didn't make me call him Mr. Sir. Called him Pop. It's just that's not what I'm talking about. But there are people that will say, well, it is a Southern thing. That's not a Southern thing. It's not. It's just not. I know Southern people. I've been to the South, dude. I live right by Oklahoma by the sea. The biggest hillbillies you ever met in your life. You want to talk about Southern? We got them. We are Southern. We just live Northern. I'm just once removed. we're churning butter type. You know what I mean? I've met Southern people. I know them. I've never heard that before. No, I'm not saying that they don't say ma'am more than people in California. I'm sure they do. But I can tell you that I probably say yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, just as much as somebody from the South. You know? All that is just being a dick. You're going to refer to me this in my house. That's what I'm talking about. But my son's friends, parents, he must call them Mr. But yeah, well, but that's not his step parent. I don't, that's fine. It's not normal. It's weird. I'm laughing because our son was like some papa, And I'm also one of those type of people like people want you to like show respect. Like, oh, be respectful, but what if the respect's not reciprocated? I mean, that happens, right? That happens constantly. It's to keep, you're in charge. I'm in charge. It's like, dude, if you already know you're in charge, you're in charge. What's the big deal? Like, you don't have to go around like reinforcing, I'm in charge here, dude. I'm in charge. I hate people that do that. I'm the one in charge. It's like, God, shut up, psycho, friggin' lunatic. And I'm telling you that it is rough to even deal with somebody like that. I knew a kid that worked for me. His name was Eric, and he was like 25 or so, and he was like having major problems with his stepdad, which he called him by his first name, and I think it was like Neil, I think it was. Of course it was, right? And he told, like, Neil would like make him go to bed at like a certain time. He's like, dude, the lights go out here and the door shuts at this time, and he would like always complain about it to me. And he's like, what should I do? And I just said, well, if I were you, and he was like controlling those kinds of things at your age, I'd probably punch him in the face. He's like, what? I would just probably be like, you know what, Neil, just F off, and then punch him and then move out. I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah, it's really weird, But yeah, that was my advice to him. It's just under like, for somebody like, even somebody that doesn't have the difficulties that Sebastian would have, having to deal with that kind of stress on top of it, like some prick over your shoulder, like making sure you're not pouring too much cereal or whatever. And that's just me. But I think he would even agree with me that it's just a prick thing to do. Now, I don't know what they did, but I don't know. I don't know what they did, but I have a feeling whatever it was, it went down between the three of them. Somebody left, somebody lost their temper, somebody said, get the hell out of my house. Somebody, something happened there. And that's where, like, I didn't do any, like, just say there's a scenario where he gets so upset that he just like takes his stuff and runs off out the door. Like, let him go. And then they can't find him and say something bad happens to him. That's on them. That is a big problem. You know, that's a problem. And that's like the best case scenario for this case. Meaning, yeah, hopefully he's away somewhere, you know. But I don't think that, you know, I don't think that that's what happened. I think he would have been found. I think that so many people in that area know now that that's not really feasible. You know, it's like not it's not a reality, really, if you're asking me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But could it have happened? Yes. Kelly a tantrum that turned violent. I think that's possible too, you know. But yeah, I think whatever, because autistic kids do have tantrums. You know, that's not disputed. It's terrible, I'll tell you that. It's absolutely terrible. But you know, with all the other things that he struggles with on a daily basis. Well, I think whatever happened that evening, Sunday evening into early Monday morning. But I think whatever happened pretty early Sunday, meaning early evening, you know, 6, 7, 8-ish. And that kind of carried whatever after that for a few hours or whatever it is. But that's what I think. But you know, the fact that he thought that it was going to be reasonable for him to say, yeah, I have spanked him with a belt before. As soon as he said that, I was just like, all right, man. You're just making it worse for yourself, but okay, Mr. Honesty. Well, that's how we deal with people, you know, and you're just like, shush. I'll just say this. Look, under no circumstances do I think that it's okay to hit a kid with a belt, spank a kid with a belt. I just don't. I just do not think that taking it to that level is necessary at all. It's a belt. Like it's basically you're assaulting somebody. If I was to take a belt and spank, I almost said, never mind. Look, you just can't hit people with belts. It's just stupid. You can't do it. You cannot. It's just not right, you know. And I guess I even lean a little bit more towards like spankings or kind of. I mean, I think there's a lot of ways that you can deal with a lot of different things. I'm not saying that I'm 100% anti. Like I said, I got a few whoopings as a kid, and I deserved probably more than I got. But it was never like I'm gonna whip you with a belt. Never. It was that was never that was never a thing, you know. I mean, I had heard kids get threatened like that before, or friends by their parents, you know. But I mean, that's gnarly. That's crazy stuff. Well, some traditions can just, you know, can go can go. You know what else was tradition in the South? Annexing itself from the Union. That's a tradition that no longer exists. But yeah, it's just those are. And then the further you go back, like I get it. So you're like, okay, well, we're going. Yeah, spoons, things like that, paddles, all that crap. You know, they used to let kids get whooped in school. Can you imagine? I just don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's a thing. And how did you feel, you know, think about this too. How do you feel after you get whooped? It's not a good feeling. It's actually demoralizing. I don't know if that's the point. It might be. But it's not something that I would enjoy or that I enjoyed. I never thought, oh, yeah, I'm going to get whooped. I'm going to feel great about this after. You know, it's like, I don't know, man. There are some ornery ones, though. I tell you, man, my best friend was ornery. He was ornery. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Nah, belts aren't cool, man. It's not. It's not cool. Just like screaming at the top of your lungs at your children is not cool. I mean, these are extreme things. That's an extreme thing. But we're not even just talking about just normal circumstances. We're talking about something that is not going to be received well by a child, especially a child that is either overly sensitive, overly emotional, with no control of that. I mean, that's how they're born. You can't. You got to deal with it. I get that, like, it's difficult to deal with children with special needs. It's difficult to deal with children in general, but part of being a parent is that kind of loving, understanding, caring. Not Nobody's excusing behavior, but it's something that you just have to work on. It's just tough, you know. You get dealt a difficult hand. Like everybody in that situation, including the child, has been dealt a difficult hand already. That's just how it is. It's terrible. You know what I mean? And triggering childhood trauma in the chat. Nobody knows more. Well, that's not saying that was my truth. Nobody knows more about child trauma. I'm just kidding. I know about child trauma though, so I get it. Trust me. I was just talking about it with Linda the other night. I totally get the childhood trauma thing, but like times that by 20. Times your sensitiveness to just words. Brit T, I did hear. Yes. Are you asking me or did you hear it as well? But hold on one second here. Come on. Where are the two? I'm looking. What do we got here? Membership? All right. I think we do have a new tier. I think we have a 99-cent option now. I had no idea what the memberships were, but we are going to start doing membership lives. I just heard, what I heard was that the protective order was extended, and that it didn't turn out for him. Which, yes, but that's basically what I've heard. I'm trying to think. So, let me see. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly what I heard. And by the way, he wasn't. I have a feeling he's watching this. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that he's watching this. But, I mean, I don't care. I'm not. Trust me, I didn't piss him off as much as somebody else did today that we are going to talk about as well. I wanted this. Michelle, yeah, I did see it. I was gonna play a little bit. I was gonna play a little bit of it. Yes. My father is a military man. He's extremely strict, yet never used the belt. He may as well have, because he used an open hand on our bottoms and he hit hard. I remember that. Like, yeah, it sucks, man. I get it. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's terrible. Let me bring this up here. Shoot. I want to say, Jovi, welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Rogue, Nocturnal, thank you. It's good to see you, Rogue. You sound like Marlon Brando just a second ago. Did I? I like Marlon Brando. Canadian Mama Bear, love you, Josh. Your common sense approach speaks volumes. I appreciate that too. People were saying that I was being when we were on panel. When I was on Justin's panel. By the way, where is Justin? Because he would text, "Are you listening, Justin? Are you out there?" Because you text me like, you're going live? I'm like, yeah. And you're like, yeah. Where are you at, dude? The show's on, brother. God, there was so much I wanted to talk about. But I didn't. So here's basically the bottom line was that those interviews didn't go over good. You could be mad at me for it or whatever. And, I still do feel, and I didn't want to get into it with him. I don't want to get into it with him at all. And I don't want to argue over semantics, but I really do feel like he understood what I was asking him, and he chose to answer that way. No, I did not, on purpose. And so I definitely felt like he wasn't being completely honest. Now he claims that, I asked a direct question. He gave me a direct answer. All right. That's why I wasn't going to argue with him. My connection was bad, but I had more to say about it, but it's fine. It's fine. He did answer the question. He said that, but it was, standard operating procedure. And I just didn't, like I said, I just didn't feel I felt like he knew what I was asking, and that's it. Hi, Suzanne. That's my sister. You might want to change your screen name. Hi, Josh. Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Hi, everybody. Meet my sister. I don't know. Like, don't you there's a lot of other. It just says your full God-given name. That's all it says. But yeah, so he knew what I was asking. He was lied, but he was just like, no, you asked, I answered. Dragonfly lady, she does not have. She just says that they're open to anything and everything. And I'm not saying that the child did not get mad and storm out. I mean, it very well could have happened. I really do think that it's possible that happened, but it just seems unlikely, because you would think that there would have been something. Anything, C Star, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to, and Joseph, I appreciate that. Oh, it was freezing. It's absolutely freezing. Yeah, he did. Yes. I swear, I appreciate him answering my questions. But I don't think that kids just take off in the middle of the night. Wist says, what do you think happened? Why would either of them hurt Sebastian? I mean, Wist, I imagine that you did hear the interview with Katie and Christopher, and I mean, Christopher kind of does come off as the kind of person that seems like he could lose his temper. Like, let's just say that Sebastian lost his temper about something or broke something or whatever. I think it could go sideways very, very fast. I mean, I believe these are volatile people. That's what I think. But and I think that people lose their temper and go off the deep end. I've heard, I have no confirmation of it, but I believe that they do. Or I've heard that she does or has, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, the Mr. Chris thing is wild, but I don't know. I mean, I wish I could just sit and ask him questions. That was another reason that I didn't go up on Smiley's panel, was I'm not very good like with a panel, like with like asking questions. If there's a panel, I'm not good with that. Well, I think loss of control, anger, and a fight are all of that packaged into one is a very big possibility. You know, I think all of it. Yeah, I think all of it. You could wrap all three of those into one possibility. Married 5 times. That's true. That's a lot. But once again, and I always go back to this, and this is just how my mind works, and it doesn't work that well. I think about that. I go, okay, so, he has admitted that he's whipped him with a belt. He's done this. He's been married 5 times. He got rid of his snake. He's not very personable. He's cocky. He's this, he's that. But does that prove anything other than that he's, he's not somebody that I would want to hang out with? But then if you were just to look at it from like, say Sebastian wasn't missing and all those things were true. All those things are true, and Sebastian isn't missing, that would really just make him kind of a prick who's either teetering or has gone over the lines of abuse. Okay. But then you couple it with all those things and Sebastian's missing. Now you got yourself major suspicion. Major suspicion. All those things can't not add up to something when a child just disappears. Dogs with Jobs says, Josh, are you going to play any part of your conversation with CP during? I can. Would you like me to? It didn't go that good, but I mean, I can do it. I didn't think it was all that interesting. And I felt like I was interrupting. So I do kind of feel bad about that. I really did but I just didn't feel like he was being honest. That's all I'm saying. I'll bring it up. Hold on here. And I know that Smiley has gotten some criticism, but it's not easy. It's not easy interviewing people like that, man. It's just really not. It's not. I think she asked questions that people were. Yeah, it's hard. She said, I heard her say that she was nervous, and I get it. I really do. I was a little nervous when I talked. I wasn't nervous, but I was just surprised that Seth was in the chat and that he wanted to. Oh man, I can see where I'm at right now. Asked him about. I sound like I'm in a tunnel. All right. I was on my phone, so I sounded like crap, and there was like a bunch of delays, and I just didn't think it was that good. But I'll play it for you here. Let me go pick and
Wants
pick.
to call in real fast. He's been wanting to ask all.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think she asked the questions. Does Dad have a rock solid alibi? Well, if you were to ask him, Eric, good to see you. Hope your leggings get there on time. If you were to ask him, yes, but law enforcement has yet to say that he has a rock solid alibi. So I'm going to go with not right now, not at this time. Let's see here. She had no time to prepare. None. It was a spur of the moment. It's just not an easy thing to do. I get it. You know, I'm not saying I would have done any better or any worse. I don't know. I could have blown the whole thing. Just like, hey, you little bitch. And then he'd hang up on me or whatever. You know, I could have lost my temper. I've done it before. Oh, I've done it before. And I'll do it again. God dang it. You know I will. He did. Yeah, he definitely did. All right, let's go here. Okay, let's get that out of here. Oh, I'll do it again. You don't worry about it. I mean, it's just natural. Dude, somebody was asking me the other day if I would compile a video of all my interactions with Don Wells, like a saga. And I mean, it would probably be somewhere like around 3 hours long of just N-bombs, accusations, him yelling at me yelling at him. That would be nuts. I might do it. I might do it. Don, just, and I mean, there's all these other, like when I've been up on like panels with him, like the one with, I don't know if you guys remember the one with Cher when he was like, is he in here? And then I went up and then him and I got into an argument about nothing again. And then, we just don't like each other. I think that's pretty self-evident, but anyway. I know. Brit T, like that's another thing. Like I've gotten hammered over that kind of stuff. Not the way that Don Wells gets hammered, but like, hammered nonetheless about like, oh, you're so mean to him, poor him. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Summer. That's who I feel bad for. All right, you ready? So this is me zooming in to. Yeah, it is an understatement.
I guess he can't get me to see it
I was trying to call because I didn't want to be on there very long because I was on my phone
or something. So I just told him to call real fast if that's okay. He texts me, and I just happen to see it, if that's okay.
It was funny, too, because I remember jumping up there. And there were people like, I saw a couple of people like, go away, Josh. All right.
Nobody take
Yeah, I know. It might be more. It might be like 5 hours. I have so much.
this.
I have like unreleased, like consented to phone calls that have nothing to do with anything, and they all kind of sound alike. I mean, there's a few funny things here and there, but nothing quite as funny as when he kept calling me gay over and over and over, and finally me just telling him, "Yeah, dude, I'm gay," and then we got this one out of it. Detective. Do you not?
You fucked me up, dude.
Do you not? Love that beauty. Okay, here we go.
I'm trying to get this link back out. So Chris, what kind of stuff? Oh no, he's done.
That's what he was laughing about and then coughing about. He thought it was so funny when I just said, he's like, this is how that, oh, you're gay, huh? You're gay for McDonough, huh? That's what he was saying, right? And I go, huh, you're gay, right? And he kept over and over saying that, and I was just like, first of all, you're harassing me. And then I said, yes, I am. I just admitted it to him. And that's what we got.
Oh, there he is. Oh,
Here we go.
he is.
It was very juvenile.
He's like, he's gonna come up here just
To be honest, like as he was like laughing, I was like, it made me kind of smirk because I was like, what idiot, absolute idiot. All right, you guys ready?
Round 2.
No, this is only round 1.
Round 1. Fight.
a second. Josh, sorry, I put the wrong phone. I put the wrong number in there.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I put
Such a douche.
the wrong number in there. So,
Okay. Is Chris still here?
Can you drop the link again?
he fell down, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay. When I was talking to Chris earlier, and him and I were messaging, and I asked him about DCS, and he said the only case that DCS has open is
Here he
because
goes.
Sebastian ran away.
Chris has entered the chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry
That's
about that.
true.
Hey, Chris, Josh was going to
Yes,
call
ma'am.
me. And I accidentally punched a 3 instead of a 2 or whatever, and he jumped up here on
That's
panel.
fine.
And, he wanted to ask you something, actually. Sorry.
Fire away, man.
Well, so you and I we had messaged earlier on Facebook, and I had asked you about DCS, and you said that there were no other interactions with CPS or DCS except for Sebastian going missing, which I then told you, but that's not mandatory necessarily unless CPS was already involved. So
Now,
you're
hold
not
on.
really being honest.
Wait a minute. You asked me, because I'll read the messages to everybody in God and Country. You asked me if there was an active CPS case on Sebastian. That's what you asked. And I told you, yes, there was. Because the sheriff's department told us that they had to report it because he was missing. That's what you asked. Now, you also started to ask if there was another case.
Pissed, dude. He's pissed.
And there was no other case that I know of that's active. That's what you asked.
Awkward silence.
Come to the point.
Yeah,
Josh?
Yeah.
yeah. I'm here.
So,
I think I was just waiting for him to say something.
Like-
This is good. I like that.
other case that I know of that's active. That's what you asked.
I did. I was still there, actually. I was just listening.
Josh?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, like I said, sir, I'm brash. I'm to the point. Be respectful.
Can you hear
And
me?
I will tell you, and I'll be honest, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I got nothing to hide.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, he said, okay. Can you hear him, Josh?
I can hear him. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Well, I just said, well, in the messages that I asked that it was pertaining to Sebastian's school, right? Like you just said.
I did. I asked that.
And you said no, other than him
Hello,
going
Duff.
missing, no CPS cases. I don't know. I can't hear. Maybe that.
He didn't say anything. Can you hear him, Chris? Can you hear
Hello?
him?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can now. I can now.
Okay.
So he heard me fine.
So you didn't ask, you asked about active cases. That's what you asked about. And I answered your question.
You did. You answered my question.
Hello? Hello?
He said you answered his question. I can hear you. Can you hear him, Josh?
Okay. Yeah, I can't hear him.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
Can y'all
So-
now? I think
So
he said
he's asked me, and I can't pull it up because if I pull it up, then we lose contact. But he asked me if there was active DCH, CPS, whatever you want to call it, case with Sebastian. And I said, yes, he's missing. I was told by the sheriff's department that they had to report it. So yes, there's an active case. Is there anything other than that? No, there's not an active case. So my statement that I told you is true.
Technically.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I get it, the active investigation, but yeah, but you did really. Maybe it's just because of text, but you did make it seem like there was no, like that this was the first time that they'd ever been involved at all.
No, I didn't insinuate. Now, understand something. Words on paper are simply words on paper. Whatever
Sure.
emotions you put behind them is directly proportionate to yourself, not me.
Oh, sir, I didn't put any emotion behind it. I'm just
Well,
saying.
but you're trying to insinuate on this show.
No,
Yes, you did, sir. Yes, because
I'm not-
you just
insinuating.
stated that you said that I made it sound like this. No, I didn't. I told you. I gave.
No, what I said was that you weren't being truthful. I wasn't insinuating it. I wasn't insinuating that he was. I wasn't insinuating anything. I was saying you're not being truthful. That's what I said. And I do feel that way. I mean, I really do. I mean, I do feel that yeah, he answered my question, whatever, blah, blah. But, come on.
Gave you a direct statement, gave you your answer, and that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Then you called into the show and you said, "No, you're lying." No, I'm not lying. So call a spade, but make sure you're right. Now, to be honest with you, it has nothing to do with finding my son.
You don't think that you don't think? Okay, all right. Well, look, man.
How does CPS have to do with anything finding Sebastian? Because if you're insinuating something,
Well, you said they
come out
opened
and
up an
say it.
investigation. You said they opened up an investigation. So you tell me what it has to do with him.
Because what did I tell you? That's what you're not listening. The sheriff's department told us that they are required to report it to DCS,
That's what you're not
CPS,
listening.
whatever you want to call them. They are required to report it to them. That answer has yet to change. It hasn't changed any of the slightest.
And okay, so that's okay. I get it. So it's the only
Thank you.
open investigation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's the next hard one we got? Fire away.
Okay.
I'm not arguing.
Okay. So I was just wondering, like, Katie, let me ask you this, or anybody can answer. So, like, if
Then I
y'all
bounced
were
out.
at home alone, like because Chris works out of town a lot, and this is,
My mouse.
I
died.
just wonder, like, would Sebastian know? And this is,
All right. So yeah, that was a stepdad. But I don't know. I mean, I just felt like it was semantics. I just didn't feel like it was honest. But you know, he's got his version of it. I got my version of it. Another. I mean, you know, it is what it is. That's what they say in the hood. I just really do think that he understood what I was asking him. That's it. So I didn't think he was being honest. I still feel that way. But I think I told him he was lying at first, which would insinuate that I called him a liar. Yeah, where's hold on one second. There, Michael. I don't know who Doug is. Who is that? Yeah, vilified on the defensive. It's a natural. Although, let me make sure. I don't even know if I was I really that? Was I really, did I vilify him that bad?
a 3 instead of a 2 or whatever, and he jumped up here on
That's
panel,
fine.
and he wanted to ask you something. Actually, sorry.
Fire away, man.
Well, so you and I we had messaged earlier on Facebook, and I had asked you about
Now but to be fair, like he had been vilified most of the day. Most of it had been just, it had been constant. But not all for me. But I did give it to him a little bit.
DCS, and you said that there were no
I don't know if I was too soft.
other
I told him he wasn't being honest.
interactions with CPS or DCS except for Sebastian going missing, which I then told you, but that's not mandatory necessarily unless CPS was already involved. So
Now,
you're
hold
not
on.
really being honest.
Wait a minute. You asked.
So right there I said, you're not really being honest. And then he was right then and there pissed.
Me, because I'll read the messages to everybody in God country. You asked me if there was an active CPS case on Sebastian. That's what you asked. And I told you, yes, there was. Because the sheriff's department told us.
I'm telling you, I wasn't, first of all, I wasn't up there to just like have it all out with him. The reason being is because it wasn't my show. I just wanted to confront him about that. But it would have gone different if it was just him and I talking. I'd have ate his lunch probably.
That they had to report it because he was missing. That's what you asked. Now, you also started to ask if there was another case. And there was no other case that I know of that's active.
Yeah, it's the active bull crap.
That's what you asked.
I was just like, whatever.
Josh?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, like I said, sir, I'm brash. I'm to the point. Be respectful.
Can you hear
And
me?
I will tell you, and I'll be honest, and I'm going to tell you the truth. I got nothing to hide.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, he said, okay. Can you hear him, Josh?
I can hear him, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
I just said, well, in the messages that I asked that it was pertaining to Sebastian's school, right? Like you just said. And you said, no, other than him going missing, no CPS cases. I don't know. I can't hear. Maybe that.
He didn't say anything. Can you hear him, Chris? Can you hear
Hello?
him?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can now. I can now.
Okay.
So
So you didn't ask, you asked about active cases. That's what you asked about. And I answered your question.
you did. You answered my question.
Hello? Hello?
He said you answered his question. I can hear you. Can you hear him, Josh?
Okay. Yeah, I can't hear him.
Okay. Can y'all
So,
now? I think
so
he said
he's asked me, and I can't pull it up because if I pull it up, then we lose contact. But he asked me if there was
Oh,
active
thank you, Wes.
DCH, CPS, whatever you want to call it, case
Fun
with Sebastian.
size.
And I said, yes,
Appreciate you.
he's missing. I was told by the sheriff's
Thank you.
department that they had to report it. So, yes, there's an active case. Is there anything other than that? No, there's not an
Okay.
active case. So, my statement that I told you is true.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I get it. The active investigation, but yeah, but you did really. Maybe it's just because of text, but you did make it seem like there was no, like that this was the first time that they'd ever been involved at all.
No, I didn't insinuate. Now, understand something. Words on paper are simply words on paper. Whatever
Sure.
emotions you put behind them is directly proportionate to yourself, not me.
Oh, sir, I didn't put any emotion behind it. I'm just
Well,
saying.
but you're saying you're trying to insinuate on this show.
No, no,
Yes, you did, sir. Yes, because
I'm not.
you
I'm not insinuating.
just stated that you said that I made it sound like this. No, I didn't. I told you. I gave you a direct statement, gave you your answer, and that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Then you called into the show and you said, "No, you're lying." No, I'm not lying. So call a spade, but make sure you're right. Now, to be honest with you, it has nothing to do with finding my son.
You don't
So,
think that you don't think? Okay, all right. Well, look, man.
how does CPS have to do with anything finding Sebastian? Because if you're insinuating something,
Well, you said they
come out
opened
and
up an
say it.
investigation. You said they opened up an investigation. So you tell me what it has to do with him.
Because what did I tell you? That's what you're not listening.
That's what you're not listening. That line gets me every time. That's what you're not listening. I earlier in the conversation, I had noticed that he started tripping over his words. He was trying to get his words out faster than his mind would let him. And he started stumped. That's how I knew that I had struck a nerve with him, but it wasn't necessarily intentional. But I knew that, and I didn't have the connection to keep going with him, but that's how it was working. He was a little soft.
The sheriff's department told us that they are required to report it to DCS, CPS, whatever you want to call them. They are required to report it to them. That answer has yet to change. It hasn't changed any of the slightest.
And okay, so okay, I get it. So it's the only open investigation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's the next hard one we got? Fire away.
Okay.
I'm not arguing.
Funny turd. and then the next thing you know, JLR's in Memphis. I knew that was going to happen. And you know what? He can do whatever he wants, man. People would ask, they were like, look, if JLR like was in his crane, like, hi, this is JLR investigates, boots on the ground. We're in Chris Proudfoot's crane right now, and we're moving shit. I would agree that was wrong, but but you know, he's on the street and you know, hi, this is JLR. That was some funny stuff, dude. As soon as Linda sent me that link, I went, oh man. I couldn't believe that. Hold on, I'll bring it up. I don't think he'd care if I do it, but maybe he will. I don't know. He's played my stuff before, so I think him and I are all right. I got no beef with him. Look, man, that is not the face that you want to see in front of your chops.
Hello.
Yeah, he's
JLR
fine. I'm fine with him. We're cool. I got no beef with him.
Investigates.
At all.
Come on in, everyone. Let's talk. 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers is still missing.
You see that? You see that crane up there? That is Chris Proudfoot's crane. Serial number SC7VMOWBITCH.
Hendersonville, Tennessee. I am in front of the St. Jude's Hospital construction site, Memphis, Tennessee. I am in Memphis, Tennessee. JLR investigates, boots on the ground. Come on in, let's talk. We have a lot to talk.
Come on in. And get closer and tell me how you been. We'll have ourselves a blast.
Talk about when it comes to the Sebastian Rogers case. A lot. In particular, in my mind, prime suspect number 1 and 2.
See, that's the stuff that will pisses people off, is that when, you know, they're not named suspects, but he has the right to say that. He can say that. He was. He certainly was.
In this terrible, terrible tragedy, and that would be Christopher Proudfoot and Katie Proudfoot. Katie Proudfoot, the mother of...
The funny thing is, as this video like progresses, it gets dark, and he's like in Memphis, in the literally the heart of Memphis, Tennessee, after dark. A white dude with a camera walking around filming stuff. Typically, he's not gonna go over so well with some locals.
Sebastian and Christopher Proudfoot, the stepfather. 2 people that most of the internet think are involved with this terrible situation. And I can say that today, I was out there searching today.
But he had pepper spray. He said he had pepper spray. I could just see him pepper spraying the shit out of somebody. Seriously.
With the biological father, Seth Rogers. I was just a little bit east of here, off of I-40, and I was out there all afternoon. There was a group of volunteers, Jaden, the Joneses, and numerous others were out there looking for Sebastian. And I got to know the biological father, great guy, shared a lot of history about Sebastian.
Hold on one second here. Yeah, Memphis is tough. A lot of, Gigi, Susie, a lot of people do that, to be honest. I mean, I get what you're saying. But he's not the only person to go around that does it. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but as somebody who has been accused of clickbait before, and I've never once done that, I don't think intentionally ever. But yeah, look, man, people can feel however they want about him. I'm not the YouTube police. I am not his dad. I am nothing. You know, he can do whatever he wants. God, no, my name's Paul, and that's between y'all.
Who Sebastian was as a child, got to know him, and my heart goes out. This guy is trying his best to find answers, and kudos to him. And
he said Proudfoot boss told him not to come back when they found out Sebastian was missing. What do you mean?
Going to continue to do that. They're going to continue to do searches. But we're here today to talk about this place right here, because when it comes to Christopher Proudfoot, who in my mind, and probably most of yours,
people like salacious titles. They really do. I mean, once again, I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying this or that. But people absolutely love... They love salacious titles. It draws people in, you know.
Feels he is the
like, what's the title of this one? Live, Sebastian Rogers' stepdad's job site, Memphis, Tennessee. I mean, this one's not clickbait.
prime suspect.
Yeah, and people like watching people out there.
In his stepson's disappearance. Well, this is his supposed alibi. This is his alibi, folks. St. Jude's construction site. We're going to walk around because there's a lot of speculation about whether Chris Proudfoot was here the 25th, the 26th. Where was his whereabouts? Was he really here or was he not here in Memphis? Was he here or was he really not here? Because authorities at this time are very tight-lipped. And there's been
the thing too is yeah, I look, I don't know. I don't. So I remember when they showed up, I can't remember if JLR was there, you know, and they showed up to his work site and were literally yelling at him, where's Summer? And, you know, as much as I dislike Dawn, I wouldn't participate in that. But this to me is different. I mean, this is a huge construction site, and I mean, you can't even get onto the property. You know, trust me.
And a lot of lies uncovered when it comes to Christopher Proudfoot. You guys know a lot of it.
I mean, it's all fenced. He can't get in, you know.
You guys have been seeing what's going on. Apparently, they've been going on some YouTube channels and spewing.
Yeah, let me see. I'm sick of putting breaking news on all their titles. Yeah, yes, it's disingenuous. That's it. He's not going to get anywhere near the equipment. Like I said, if he was up there swinging that crane around, as funny as that would be, this is JLR Investigates. We're here in his crane. His lunchbox is right here. You know, that would be way too far.
And it seems like they're unraveling. The gig might be up very, very soon, folks. The gig might be very, very up very soon. But here it is, the construction site. Now, folks,
I see this kind of stuff on CNN and Fox and I don't know. I see Telemundo. I've seen it on Telemundo a couple times. Sientes.
JLR Investigates. We are on a public.
I don't know if I've ever broke news on here before. Like, never where I've been like, oh my God, breaking news. And then people would show up and be like,
sidewalk. And along this public sidewalk, I'm going to take you around the perimeter.
The one I got hammered on one time. It was remember when Adventures was with Purpose was releasing the Kylie Rodney when they found her car and her as well, and then they were releasing the video to their members first, and their memberships jumped, I don't know, 1,000%. And then I did a show about it, and I put Adventures with Purpose ? Adventures with Profit ? And this was before the disgraced, organization. And oh my God, I got hammered that show, bro. Hard too. Got accused of, I'll never forgive you, Josh. They didn't even the people that got pissed about it were pissed before the show even started. You didn't. I didn't say Adventure was surplus. No. Who's bashing Laura? I don't think anybody is bashing him. I'm sure not bashing him.
Perimeter.
Yeah, if you ever see breaking news on my title, then I'm really gonna break some real news. Well, at least nobody will have what I have. Breaking news. I have an ingrown toenail.
Of this job.
I don't, but
Site. So you can see firsthand.
What didn't you like, Ali, New Zealand? Ollie? What happened? What don't you like? You didn't like the title? Is that what you're telling me?
And you can see, was Christopher Proudfoot here? Was he here?
Yeah, National Enquirer. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
The night of the 25th into the early morning of the 26th. Was he here in this location? The St. Jude's construction area. And right there, St. Jude's Hospital. We're going to spin the camera around, folks. And then I'm just going to take you on a walk and a tour of the area.
You thought my title was clickbait? I didn't like it. I didn't like the title. I thought it was clickbait. Yeah, I don't think so, man. I mean, I thought that it was. Nah, I don't. That was not. If that's how it was taken, and by some, I just thought it. First of all, I thought it was a clever title, and I thought that because there were people that felt like there were people that felt like it was. People were accusing them of only doing it for money and all that stuff, and so I thought it was an honest discussion.
Here in Memphis. And we're going to see what's up.
I'm not bashing JLR. I'm just not. If there are people in the chat that don't like him, that's fine. I'm not. You can't tell people who to like.
We're going to see what's up, folks.
I thought it was clever. I really did. I really thought it was clever. And then I went on to say, I don't care why they do it. They just do it. They do it, and I'm fine with that.
Here it is. Now, a lot of people think Christopher's involved with this, and they're wondering about his phone and his
I did say JLR working construction. That's
vehicle, and they're wondering maybe about company vans or company vehicles or other vehicles.
Britt T, have you seen Did you see the show I did with McDonough?
Vehicles and tools. A lot of people are wondering about tools when it comes to this. We're going to take you on a tour so you can see the job site. Also surveillance. Can surveillance solidify Christopher Proudfoot's alibi? Surveillance around here. Can anyone vow for Christopher?
I mean, he probably feels the same way I do.
Who I feel is a
Sketch.
prime suspect. I feel a lot of you also feel the same. Was Christopher Proudfoot here during that weekend?
Yeah, not only did I talk to Adventures with Purpose, and I talked to a guy that kind of got screwed over by them too.
Was he here? Was he?
I wonder if JLR found out that the search was going on from my interview. I wonder if that helped facilitate that, which is cool, man. He went out and he was searching with Seth today. Like, you know, you can't hate on that. I don't think you can. I mean, you can, but
Here. Did he get access to any tools around here that he takes back home ever?
Sam got screwed over. Sam was a nice guy.
Tools.
Dude, and then he told people, and then he told more people to show up too. You know what I mean? I mean, he was with them. He searched. I know that Seth appreciated anybody that showed up and searched.
Now, the very first thing I see right there, surveillance. We got surveillance, ladies and gentlemen. Surveillance on the street lights.
Yeah, I mean, he's making a good point too. It should be relatively easy to figure out if he has this rock solid alibi. I don't think that that's a problem. Trust me, nobody's wanting to go to this Memphis work site. But believe me, JLR is the only one that would do it and think that pepper spray was good enough.
Facing the
Because it ain't.
construction site. Surveillance. Ooh, look at that. MPD. That would be Memphis Police
Memphis is a war zone.
Department. We got surveillance, folks. Right? Right across the street from the construction site.
I mean, the police department just has cameras on every street.
Are they working? Can they validate where Chris was?
Check this out. I'm going to move.
Because also, folks, I want to share some information.
You guys see this?
Oh, you can't film on public sidewalks. So we'll see if he calls the police. It will be interesting. So what do you ask?
Oh, wait, I didn't see
What's your
this.
name, by the way? I'm Lieutenant Reed.
Permission, right? At least. Or go around the side of the roads. Look. Because Sebastian is out there. Look. Sebastian is out there.
I haven't seen this.
But yeah, if I hope that Proudfoot's going Nancy Grace, because Nancy Grace is going to lay it down on them. Nancy Grace, and going back to the journalist. If you're a journalist and you know the full picture here, there's no more softball questions going on the Proudfoot. You get Proudfoot on the show, lay down those questions. Put his feet to the fire, ask him the tough questions. Don't comfort them. Don't coddle them. Don't enable them. Don't pacify them. Hold their feet to the ground, because the authorities still don't have answers. Authorities are in. So,
you got a film off coming?
hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm fine. So I'm walking on a public street.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah. So are you familiar with Christopher Proudfoot?
Not at all, sir.
So
But the question is, I'm just going to advise you so you'll know.
Yeah.
What's your name, by the way? I'm Lieutenant Reed.
So we have 2,000 people watching.
No, I said, what's your name, sir?
JLR investigates, just like my hat says.
JLR investigates?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. You can't shoot at children in a hospital. This is a
Last name investigates.
children's hospital.
This is a work site.
Are you understand what I'm saying, sir?
What's that?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So what are you telling me to do?
Okay. Well, you're recording it, so
Yes.
you should,
So what are you asking me?
I'm not asking you anything, sir. I'm telling you this is private property,
Okay, and I'm on a public sidewalk.
and it's a children's hospital.
It's a building construction.
This currently is construction, but you're over there by the children's hospital.
I'm over here focused on
That's-
here. Have you
that's where
watched
you are
my
now.
video? Have you watched my video?
Sir, I'm not here to answer your questions.
Okay, well, I'm going to continue to do what I do. You can do whatever. I'll call the police, do whatever you got to do. I'm on a public street. But if you call the police, you are wasting resources because I'm not committing a crime. Have a great day. Public street, pal. Public street. Now, this guy's saying, oh, you're filming children and all that. No, we're talking about a construction site. Right? Are we right? We got witnesses. We got 2,000 people watching on a public sidewalk. Now you can't film on public sidewalks. So we'll see if he calls the police. It will be interesting. Probably not, but you never know. Christopher Proudfoot.
I mean, he's
at
right.
This
Look.
location right here.
He's right. I mean, he I didn't see any children's hospital footage. I know.
Was he here? Was he here? The 25th into the 20th.
Dude, look at this. This is where it gets nuts.
Does anyone know?
Oh, so there's the children's hospital.
I told the guy, I said, all you gotta do, here's another one. They're all over. They got like 10 security trucks. I swear, Proudfoot would probably complain. Hey, JLR. No, people told me, I'm telling you, people told me close to Proudfoot that this dude is dangerous. He's dangerous. I ain't even gonna go that route on Katie. But Katie's something else too. Remember, they're military. They're military. I'm getting away from St. Jude's. These people are creeping me out. They just keep circling. Like the St. Jude's people. Let's see if they follow me down a residential street now, since we've been on these sidewalks the entire time.
I'm getting away
Can't
from
even walk
St.
in sidewalks and film anymore.
I'm getting away from St. Jude's. These people are creeping me out.
St. Jude's. What's going on in where is Sebastian? And this one, you know, we put a lot of time in this. I'm surrounded like with Sebastian Rogers Facebook group, folks. It's like wild stuff.
That is funny, dude.
I'm surrounded like with St. Jude's security personnel, like surrounded like all over the place. Everywhere I go, all over the place, left and right, all over the place, all over the place. We're like total.
Oh man, that's funny.
What's going on in Nashville? Because a lot of people have been telling me there's things going on in Nashville right now as we speak down there at the river. What's going on down there?
And then he just like nothing happened, bro. It's just back to business.
Anyone know? I told the guy, I said, all you gotta do, here's another one. They're all over. They got like 10 security trucks. I swear.
They're all following him everywhere.
Proudfoot would probably complain. Hey, JLR. No, people told me, I'm telling you, people told me close to Proudfoot that this dude is dangerous. He's dangerous. I ain't even gonna go that route on Katie. But Katie's something else too. Remember, they're military. They're military. I'm getting away from St. Jude's. These people are creeping me out. They just keep circling.
Imagine being creeped out by St. Jude's security guards and then heading into downtown Memphis in the hood.
If you are a Tennessee resident, I strongly...
He feels more comfortable. He feels more comfortable here. He feels more comfortable here than he does over there.
Advise you, if you want to know about the Proudfoots, if you want to know about anything about them with law enforcement contacts, maybe CPS will give you case numbers, not necessarily information.
Yeah, she was in the military too, Joseph, yes.
Tennessee public records request. Submit them. Start submitting them. Find out if there's been police calls to their home.
Runs into a cat. Where does that happen?
In the last couple years. Find out. Find out, because we want to know every meticulous detail of who these people are. Not what they want us to believe they are. It is a war
zone, dude.
We want to know who they are. And I've uncovered a lot already from New Mexico.
Remember that? Was it Eliza was her name? Do you guys remember that? I mean, that was like 4 a.m, 5 a.m.
I've uncovered already a lot from New Mexico.
He calls it kitty.
Apparently the judge today, and there was people attending the Zoom hearing, and they were so, Proudfoot's people were so complaining that people got kicked out of the Zoom hearing, which was funny. That's funny, right? Proudfoot doesn't want people to hear anything about issues in New Mexico. According to him, it's not relevant to whatever is with the Sebastian case. Actually, I think it is relevant. It's relevant on who Christopher Proudfoot is, his history, his nature and characteristics, who he is as a guy, how he treats people in his household. Yeah, it's irrelevant, or it's relevant.
I agree.
For him to say it's not relevant, it's not true. It is relevant. I think it's relevant to understand him. We're not going away. JLR investigates. We're not going away. So here's the latest. I'm just reading a tweet right now. A large emergency response to the area where Riley Strain is missing from is reportedly due to a homeless person falling down the embankment. Folks.
Oh, I watched C-Star.
I don't know how to tell you enough.
C-Star. I remember that. I remember watching that. I thought it was kind of nice. Like he was sitting out there with that young man talking to him. Oh yeah, the past is huge, bro.
Falling into the Cumberland happens a lot. It's treacherous. What did we say was going to most likely happen?
Eric says we need as much background on the stepdad as we can get. I agree with you, Eric.
Shoreline there on Gay Street. Well, they're probably going to put a 10-foot fence. They got to do something there. The solution is a brick wall is not sufficient enough. A brick.
Let me just say this, and I want to be very clear. No matter how you feel about JLR was out there and he was helping Seth Rogers search for his son today, and I get that Mr. Chris Proudfoot doesn't like JLR because he calls them suspects and stuff, but he should be thanking him for going out and searching. Like he owes him a thank you. He does. Searching for your stepson, the one that you call your son, he was out searching with Seth all day. So you owe him a thank you. I mean, if you ask me, you're indebted to him. Just because you don't like him doesn't mean that he's not doing he's not doing what you should be doing. JLR said you're the only creator he subs to other night on. Oh, really? That's cool. Dope. Appreciate that. That's nice.
Wall where anybody can hop on.
Yeah, he's used my stuff like from Dawn's. I've used some of his stuff like when he showed up and banged on who's remember when Candace was in the hotel?
To it and go right across and fall over. That's not sufficient enough.
I didn't care about that either.
Safety wise, they're gonna have to put.
I'd get Josh, do you condone that? I'm like, he's not my son. I don't care. I mean, I'm just watching, he do whatever he wants. If he breaks the law, he breaks the law. If I break the law, I go to jail. It's not up to him. Not up to me.
Some big, giant gates up. Because we don't want to hear other stories where more people are falling in. Like somebody apparently fell in again.
Dude, that's what I was thinking about that young kid. I really hope that, I don't know, man. I don't think he's alive.
Or fell down those rocky cliffs.
Yeah, the motel. That was the funniest thing, dude.
I almost fell when I'm out there looking for Riley and
somebody had to get rescued while they were looking for Riley. Did you guys hear about that?
sharing the other search. Man, these streets are kind of scary.
You think?
Where are we even going anyway?
He's directionless in the hood in Memphis, dude. Oh my God.
I got totally sidetracked. We started at St. Jude's. Security scared me away. I'm not looking for no trouble with them. And now we end up on some back streets. Let's go down a back alley while we're at it. Ooh, we got a back alley. We're going to a back alley in Memphis.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, dogs are barking. Here, we'll go down a back alley.
Oh man, I've seen that alley on the first 48. I swear, I'm sure yeah, St. Jude's creeped him out. I've seen this alley before. It's been on the first 48, I bet you.
Rocket Queen, nice to see you, Rocket Queen. Like always. Rocket Queen's been here for like a year.
If he thinks that people don't get like hurt while they're live, I mean, I don't know. It's dangerous where he's at.
Some of you have been JLR's army for 2 years. Appreciate that. My car is in the distance.
Yeah.
Get to your car. Get to your car. So again, if you guys want to help and make a difference, help the Rogers family. Go meet Seth tomorrow or Saturday. Just bring some, long, probably most likely you probably need something long sleeve, bug spray, boots. And I don't even know if I want to go down there.
The crappiest part is that Memphis at one point, man, was like one of the greatest cities, man. Like it's so rich. In history, and it's really sad, where it's at.
Fearful out here, man. I'll tell you what, in Memphis last night, walking those streets, I got spooked. Or Memphis, I'm sorry, Nashville. I got spooked down there on Gay Street. Memphis now,
got spooked on Gay Street.
3.5 hours away. Scary. Just imagine Riley out there at night, wandering around, half intoxicated. Yeah, bad things can happen, folks. Bad things could happen to us. We were just minding our business and almost something bad happened to us when security rolls up on us and starts trouble with us. This dude had a phone. It was like shining in my face, like filming me. Tell me he can't be there on a public street. It's so weird. So now we get intimidated and harassed by people who tell you to get out of here and follow you around and try to bully you away. Can't stand on public streets anymore in Memphis. But they were walking on a beautiful street. Now it's quiet. Chatting with you good folks. You guys care just like I care. We all care. We want answers for Sebastian. We want answers for Riley. We want answers for Summer Wells. We want answers. I could go down a list of people, unsolved cases. Because we're passionate. We just want to find out what happened.
Fucking Beetlejuice, dude.
We're paying attention. We're looking at the latest. I know a lot of you are joining the Facebook, sleuthing around yourself. You know, we got a lot of people from all walks of life on JLR Investigates, from former law enforcement to law enforcement, private eyes, regular people, moms, a lot of moms, pops, fathers, a lot of you. We just care about these things. This is why we're paying attention. We want to know who's going to be held accountable. We want to know why people do these things, particularly to children. Why do people do these things? I'm going to work my way back to the main street. Who wants to walk with me? I'll be.
Is the kitty
What's
coming
really
up?
wild is, you know, what's going to happen next? You know, who's going to be the next
I hear
one
rap.
That we see in the news?
I hear rap.
What's going to happen? I'll be. What's really wild is, you know, what's going to happen.
You better get out of there, dude.
Happen next? You know, who's going to be the next one that we see
You ever seen the movie Hustle and Flow?
in the news? And
You know it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for the.
I was told today. Oh, I can tell you something, and you can
Hustle and Flow is a good movie.
share this message to the Proudfoots.
I like that actor guy.
You could share this message to the Proudfoots. I was specifically told this today. Trust me. The inmates at the Sumner County Jail there are waiting for the Proudfoots.
Hey, Proudfoots, JLR wants you to know that the inmates are waiting for you guys.
With open arms.
With open arms.
They are waiting for the Proudfoots. Trust me, the inmates there, Katie Proudfoot, oh my God. Imagine being charged with doing something to a child and
I passed it on.
going into the county jail there in Tennessee. Oh, they are waiting. They're waiting. Those inmates are waiting for Chris Proudfoot. All that military stuff, tough guy, Navy stuff that he claims he is. Oh, they're waiting for him. They're waiting for him with open arms. Oh, yeah, come to the county jail. Come to the county jail, and we're going to see what happens. Oh, yeah, they're waiting, folks. Somebody walking right there. That's kind of creepy. He just popped up out of nowhere. Look, it's a kitty cat. Hello. Hi, kitty cat.
Here we are.
Hello, where are you going? Hello. Hi, kitty cat. This is like my elements, though, man. The dark streets at night. JLR Investigates.
Who was walking? Somebody was walking behind him. Oh.
Somebody walking right there.
And then he points at him. Somebody's walking right there.
That's kind of creepy. He just popped up out of nowhere. Look, it's a kitty cat. Hello. Hi,
Funny.
kitty cat. Hello, where are you going? Hello.
Yeah, he does. He kind of does. He's giving it the Patrick Swayze.
Hi, kitty cat. This is like my elements, though, man. The dark streets at night. JLR Investigates.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think this is anybody's element. This ain't my element.
Trying to investigate what happens, why, when, how. Who did this, what? Yeah, if they, here, dog. Now you saw me spook. Yeah, Chris
You did get
Proudfoot.
scared there.
If they, here, dog. Now. Who did this, what? Yeah, if they, here, dog. Now you saw me spook.
Yeah, I'd be scared too.
Yeah, Chris Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot. Try going, and I actually was messaging with Chris Proudfoot back.
Yeah, I think honestly, you know, if I were to see, say I lived in one of those neighborhoods and I saw a guy out doing what he was doing, talking to his phone, I wouldn't mess with him, no matter how hard I was, bruh.
Back and forth for a while. I'm not speaking to him anymore. Not even if Proudfoot says, oh yeah, JLR, I'll come on. JLR Investigates to set the record straight. No, you're not. We're not giving you a platform on JLR
Boy.
Investigates. You had your opportunity. I came to Chris Proudfoot 2 weeks ago or a week ago in good faith. What happened to your son? Let's talk. set the record straight, that's helped bring awareness. And I just got a bunch of spin and everything like that, lies. And I said, man, this guy, and listening to this guy give subsequent interviews, nope, you ain't coming on my channel. You're not coming on JLR Investigates. We don't even want to entertain you on this channel. You can go anywhere else and try to spin them. But we're on the Proudfoots. Only way.
I don't care what his shirt says. It wouldn't matter. I would not mess with him.
In my mind, the Proudfoots would be cleared is TBI or the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, a law enforcement agency, says they're innocent. Until then, suspects. Suspects. Dude, this stuff right here literally reminds me of like Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Annabella.
walking through the,
thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
The guy with the knife.
Welcome, Kimber.
Like Halloween. Looks like
Appreciate you
Halloween
being
now.
here. Thank you. I have no idea where the hell his car is.
Slender Man. Speak. You can send me an email anonymously. You can send. So I'm parked around the corner here.
Wow.
I want to be arrested for committing a crime. Please just leave me alone. Let me. Some people are saying JLR should get a bodyguard. I should get a bodyguard.
Yeah,
And I'm
seriously.
Like,
I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, you know, like I don't blame Christopher for not liking him, and I don't blame JLR for not liking him. I just, you know, I'm sure that Christopher doesn't like me either. It's all right. I'm fine with it. You know. Yeah, I got no problems with it, man. He did. He didn't want security from St. Jude's trolling him back to his car, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him. I don't like him either. It's like I don't like Don. It's all good. Oh, not a drama. And thank you. That's very kind of you. And we are starting next week. We're going to have members only lives on both channels. Where's my drumstick set? Thanks for being here, guys. Love you. Have a good night. I'm going to go see what Otis and Macho are doing. I'm sure they're up to no good. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Out of Drummond, it's very kind of you. Thank you. Eric, I want to hear about those leggings. Do you not?
He fucked me up, dude.
Do you not?